LS, but today I have conduct my LS it's a long time because of teacher Mara and
I think since 4 o'clock till 11 o'clock. Yeah.
Hello, Abhishek.
you were about to cross 200.
Yeah,
Really,
it was
Raj?
like 181 was like what last I saw it was 181.
184. It was 184.
184, yeah,
186 I had seen last.
yeah.
Dr.
Hello
Khan,
Rupa. Hello Rupa.
welcome Raj, welcome Siraj,
Yeah,
welcome Dr.
hello
Khan.
Shiraz. Welcome back.
Abhishek,
Yeah.
how are you?
What?
Welcome
Hello.
Ali.
Yes, Rupa. Yes,
Like,
Rupa.
Now I'm seeing something going
What
on.
happened?
I mean,
What happened,
Oh,
Rupa?
teacher Mara, welcome,
Okay,
welcome.
no, Rupa is asking some question. Yes, Rupa. Hello, Rupa.
no. Listen. Assalamu alaikum, teacher Marakhan. How are you?
Walaikum
Oh,
assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are
hello,
you?
Mara.
Welcome
Alhamdulillah.
back.
Thank you, teacher.
Welcome back, teacher Mara.
Yeah, but yeah, very soon I think you will get 100 viewers. Let's see, Naz.
Yeah, like
Con-
15,
conduct
just
for
in
1
few
hour and you
minutes.
will get 100.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Now legends are joining your.
Hi Prerna, my sister.
Hi,
Welcome.
hello
Hi,
Naz, hello teacher,
hi, Prerna.
Bara Khan, hello Khan sir, Abhishek, what is
Hello,
that?
Prerna.
Bariha and Rupa and Raj.
Barida.
Good evening, all of you.
But
Welcome,
Good
one
teacher.
thing I
evening.
wanna say
It's
by
good
looking
night.
at Khan.
It's good night there.
Okay, you are leaving, ma'am?
Me?
Yeah, who
No,
is?
no.
Okay.
No, today he will not leave.
By looking.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay,
But
teacher Mara, sure. I'll take.
Khan sir, by looking at your DP, I can figure it out that after treating around 1 to 2,000 patients, you are relaxing. You
Oh
you are
my God.
you are feeling calm and composed, and you are taking rest. You are
And
enjoying.
like I went to Kagan Kalam.
Naran Kakan.
Yeah, Kalam. So that time,
Mm-hmm.
there,
Salam.
like, that's a favorite place, and like the place of teacher Mara's husband, like, he from Sawat. So I
Yeah.
went there, then, I took such picture there. Hmm.
Wow.
Oh,
Ma'am Marakhan, the next one
Raj
is
is
how to
also over
we
here.
boost up our confidence. How? Practice. Like the more you practice, the better you become, the more increased your
The more you
confidence
practice,
gets. You know,
right,
that's
right.
the power of practice. Like when you're learning to ride a bicycle, like you fall and you don't have confidence. But once you start riding it every day and you get good at it, then you start lifting your hands off the handlebars. You start standing up on your seat. You do weird things because you gain that confidence, right? Same with speaking. The more you do anything, public speaking, speaking with professional people, the better you increase your confidence, the more your confidence increases.
Yeah, right, teacher.
Thank you, ma'am. But in case of like our senior or our like interviews to whom we are gonna be interviewed, we may be confident, but when we are sitting before the teacher or before our senior, we got nervous. Right, because
So
you
it
don't
makes
have a lot of experience in that particular situation, right? Yeah, exactly. But when, how we have to overcome the situation? By doing it. There's no if, answer, but you have to do it. So initially you're going to feel uncomfortable. But once you realize that nothing bad happens because of it, then you gain more confidence and then it's easier the next time. I'm not a natural born public speaker, but the more and more I public speak, the easier it becomes. It's you just have to gain that comfort
Congrats.
by experience. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, can I reply?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Psychologists are allowed. Don't worry.
Okay, let me tell you something
They are more
about,
than
like,
allowed. Yeah.
she asked questions about confidence level. Let me a little bit give something to her, that how we can enhance our confidence level. Let first of all, we need to understand what is confidence. Confidence basically it's a belief where we make on our own self. Like we have some belief ourselves over our own self. Okay, like it is known as self-efficacy. Self-efficacy means that where a person make belief on their self, either I can do it or either I cannot do it. When we make this belief on ourselves that I can do it, it's mean that you are in confidence level. But when we make this belief on our own self that I can't do it, it's mean that we are going to inferiority complex. So now, as far as the confidence level is concerned, there are several ways to improve your confidence level. Last time I was in Prerna live streams, and there was one person. He asked me that question, that how you started your practice. So that time I said to her that I did too much practice in front of mirror even before this application. Before there was one another app that was Buddy Talk. I came on Buddy Talk application for more than, you can say, that 2 3 years back. So before there was one another app that was Buddy Talk. So let me tell you some things about the confidence level. Look, where the confidence come from. There are only three things. Okay, you have to do it. One is that we should not compare ourselves with other. What is our main problems? Our main problem is that we always compare ourselves with others. Right now, if I do talk about this live streams, look here, like before there was 180 viewers. Right now it's 17. In among us, like we have native speaker, like her name is Mara ma'am. She's a native speaker. She's a teacher. Might be if I do talk in front of her, or might be you guys do talk in front of her, you guys will feel hesitate. You guys will feel little bit, terror. Why? Because we are comparing ourselves with her. That how can I express myself, here in front of her? Because she's a native speaker. Okay, she's very good in English. If I do any mistake, so the other person, they will laugh at me, they will judge me, that, oh man, like, in front of Mara ma'am, you are talking like, what is your situations, what is your condition? So that is basically a comparison. In real life, if we do talk about the comparison, we always compare ourselves with those who are better than us. Like, for instance, by profession, I'm a clinical psychologist. If you are comparing yourself with me, that okay, he has good knowledge about psychology, so right now you're committing mistake, because I'm a professional psychologist and you are the layman of this subject. If I compare myself with someone who are in chapter 40 and I'm in chapter 1, so it's mean that I'm committing mistake. So that is the first reason the lack of confidence come from. We always compare ourselves with other in a negative way. One thing. The second one is, when we do talk about the confidence level, it is always come from practice. Like teacher Mara mentions, very good thing, that you need to do more and more practice. You need to do more and more practice on different topics. There is one area, that is VMR. VMR mean that visual memory rehearsal. Whenever you are going for presentations, whenever you are going for an interview, so before interview, before presentation, visualize yourself. Visualize yourself mean that, I'm going to rock. I'm going to express myself. I will be express myself in a confident way, in a positive manner. Nobody will judge me. Nobody will criticize me. Nobody will demotivate me. And if they are criticizing me, if they are demotivating me, that is their problem. Why should I make it on mine? Why? There is no need to compare myself. There is no need to think about it that they will judge me. There is no need. So visualization is very important. Visualization, it is come from, you should stand in front of mirror there. You should talk on different topics. So always visualize yourself. And the third one, which is very important, look, confidence, clarity, it is always come from knowledge. It is always come from deep knowledge. If you are not having clarity towards something and you are confident on that thing, so it's mean you are not confident. You are overconfident, and overconfident, it's a disaster of personality. It destroy personality. So we should not be overconfident. We should be confident in our skill, and that confidence, it is always come from deep clarity. It is always come from knowledge. For instance, if my teacher say to me that you should present something on this topic, right now what I do personally, what I do when I go for presentations, I give this suggestion to myself that today only I know about these topics more than my professor, more than my teacher, more than my HOD. They don't know about the topic. Yeah, they are professional, they are a PhD doctor, but they don't know about the topic. Only I know because I studied, I got clarity. I studied, I read articles, I study from there, such there. So the thing is that if you do more practice in it, and if you give this auto suggestions to yourself, you will be more confident. And one thing, when we go for presentations, when we go for an interview, that time our heart rate become accelerated, our breathing rate
Exactly.
become high, our sweating is going on. That time, what we should do? We should completely relax ourselves, calm ourselves, take a deep breath, inhale your breath for 5 seconds, out your breath for 5 seconds. If you have a bubble gum, so chew bubble gum, because like your concentration will be on bubble gum, and you will not think too much about your fear. You will not think too much about your your terror, like your upcoming event. So anxiety, fear, it's always about upcoming event. We should not think that much. We should mindful ourselves, such as live in present and enjoy your process. Enjoy your time. Whenever you are going for anywhere, for anything, just talk. Never think about that whom in front of you and what they will think about you and what they will judge you. Like for instance, here in this live stream, we have teacher Mara. So like teacher Mara, she's a great teacher, she's a great speaker. And but if I am talking on something, why should I think about her? Why? If I do think about her, then I will disturb my personality, and as well as I will disturb my confidence level. So that is basically something that we have to do.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Very
Actually,
nice,
it's
Dr. Khan.
inspire you, seriously. Just I got that the confidence is just like our mind, like which we are taking. That in our
Yeah.
mind, if we're gonna be like positive about that all the situations, we may be confident. And if
Hmm.
we have knowledge, so definitely we can talk and we can face the situation. That's amazing.
Hmm.
Actually, I have to face interview soon, so that's why I was putting all of the questions.
Hmm.
They will be very benefitable for me, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah. And another question from Hankesh, Mara teacher, for you. Like how to speak like British.
And right now, this question, it is not my department. It's upon you.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not the right question for me. So, like, remember to know your expertise. Um, how to develop your British accent? Ask someone that speaks British because I don't. I speak American.
Okay. And another question for you, Dr. Khan. Which shampoo you are using in your hair from Hankesh?
Okay.
Multani
Uh,
mitti. Multani mitti.
okay.
Oh my
Let me.
God.
But can I? Okay. Well,
Naz, I
uh,
think you should mute someone. Okay, so
Hmm.
speak one by one. It will be better for us. So
Okay.
some noise comes from some necessity.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Khan. What is the
uh,
answer?
okay. I will reply. First questions, because teacher Mara name is there. Well, but let me share something. Okay, let me share something like the first question that he asked, like a British accent. Okay, like I know that my accent is not like a British, but let me tell you that how we can follow accents or how we can adopt. There is only one thing behind, that is listening and deep observations. Okay, when we do talk about anything, each and everything, it's come from deep observations. If you observe something deeply, so obviously you will have these things to get, you will have these things to learn such things. Okay, so deep observation and listening is very important. Now I'm giving one example to you. For the first times when childs come to this earth, that time the child cannot write. cannot read, cannot, speak, what the child do that time? The child only observe the situations. The child only listens their parents, their their brother, their sisters, okay, and they learn from them, okay. So accent, such things like spatially listening, and like how to follow them, how to follow their accent. So I think, what I believe, it's only come from deep observation, and it is only come from your listening skills. Yeah, that's what I know about it.
Very nice, Dr. Khan.
And as far as the shampoo is concerned, uh, well, like once in a week I use Head and Shoulder shampoo. Okay.
Head and shoulder, yeah,
You know, I
very
was gonna
nice.
guess that. I really, truly was gonna guess. I bet you use his Head and Shoulders.
No.
Because
So,
yeah, mostly
and why
Pakistani.
don't you use Clinic Plus?
Clinic Plus is not available in Pakistan, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
It's not
Mr.
available.
then why not
Ayan,
Dove? Why
Mr.
not Dove
Ayan,
shampoo?
my brother, like
Yeah, Dove
yes,
is
Mr.
here.
Ayan, I'm the
Yeah,
same one.
right person, Dove. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Dove is
Ayan, how
here.
are you, bro? Like he's a very good man and a very good person.
So, teacher, I have a question for you. Can I ask?
Yes,
Of
yes.
yes, of course.
So, teacher, in our conception, we think that if uh, someone is a teacher, so at that time, she or he shouldn't make any mistake. If she or he did any mistake, so we think that no, they have some problem or they have some lackings of knowledge. So, what do you think about that? Because you are a teacher, so I want to say about your perspective view. Please.
All right, I keep muting myself just so there's not the distortion, so it takes me a while to reopen my mic. Um, any teacher that doesn't make a mistake, um, I would think something's wrong with them, because being human, we make mistakes. Do I make mistakes in my speaking? Yes. Does the queen make speaking errors in her speech? I'm sure she does. We may not recognize them, but I'm sure that she does it. Everyone makes mistakes. If we make a mistake in what we are teaching, um, it's okay for a student to bring it to our attention, and then the teacher can revise, get more information, have better clarity and understanding. Obviously, there's something that led them to their original answer, but maybe there's more information that's currently available, because things change over time, right? So, at one time, the world was taught to be that it was flat, right? As we came to know more information, we came to know that it was round. Does that mean that that teacher was stupid? No. It just means that more information was currently available later in time, right?
Yes, teacher. I would agree.
So if you have the expectation that a teacher can't make a mistake, you have a wrong assumption.
Pardon, teacher, I didn't get your last
I
sentence.
said, if you think that a teacher should be without any errors, you have, in my opinion, a false assumption. Because teachers are humans, and teachers make mistakes. Every person, even doctors, make mistakes.
Thank
Hmm.
you, teacher.
Yeah. Yes, of course, I do agree with you. And Mr. Abhishek, like you're saying that especially Khan sir motivated Mohammad Rizwan, that's why he was remarkable yesterday. And let
why
me tell
you
you one thing.
why you pinned that comment?
Let me tell you, Mr. Abhishek, let me tell you one thing. Like, we have one branch, like we have several branches of psychology. We have one branch that is sports psychology, okay? And as a sports psychologist, we also went some situations, and there we experience and we observe different situations. Before Pakistan, cricket team had only one psychologist, okay? Before, and each and every cricket like team, if we do talk about the India cricket team, so obviously India cricket team has also psychologist, and Australia, each and every country. Before Pakistan had only one. That time, that's why they were not playing. But right now, Pakistan cricket team has, I think, two psychologists, and they are helping with them to perform. So that's why, like, right now, Muhammad Rizwan, look at his personality, look at his body language, and look at his confidence level. If he perform, he will be confident. If he doesn't perform, he will be also confident. So it's about, confidence level. Obviously, we give confidence to them to perform. That's why yesterday we rock.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Hmm. And in final, Mr. Abhishek, if you come again in final,
Yeah.
then wow, that would be
Yeah,
very
I
great.
want,
I think as well.
I want
T-
Pakistan to meet India in finals.
Teacher Mara Khan, Rupa sent one sentence. Please explain this sentence because we are confused.
Vivek. Hey.
Teacher Mara Khan, hello.
Yeah, hello, Mara teacher.
Mara teacher is
Sorry,
on
I was on
muted
mute.
for some time. Yes, yes,
I
teacher.
was muted. I'm sorry. So, which is lauded, meaning which is given or provided to us, lauded, can't be blotted, meaning blotted, like to be removed, you know? So, what's our destiny is our destiny. We can't change it, right? That's what it means. Like, blotted, like if you spill something on the carpet, you would take a towel and you would blot, trying to remove that liquid from the carpet. That's blotted, right? Do you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Can you give
So
one more
what's
example, please?
um like what God gives to you, like or what is written can't be changed, you know? Like what God has written for you like is in your destiny. Like that's essentially what he's saying in my opinion.
So, teacher, if I say about a barking dog seldom bite, is the same meaning?
No.
See, Rupa, that's why I was telling you that there is something wrong which you are saying. Bring another sentence. You had two sentences at that time.
So which is blotted can't be blotted. It's like what's our destiny is going to be. When you say barking dogs rarely bite, it means like people make a lot of noise about something but rarely take action. Those are two totally completely different meanings.
Okay, teacher. Got it.
So like a barking dog seldom bites. So like sometimes like you hear like you see those Karens, you know, like those memes with Karens, you know, that complain and are really making a lot of noise. In reality, they're not going to actually do anything. They just want to create havoc and a problem for everybody else, but they're not going to make change. It's not like those people are going to like go to the government and institute laws to prevent those things from happening. They're just going to complain about them. That's what like a barking dog seldom bites. Like they can't act. They don't have the power to do anything significant. What is lauded is let me. I don't want to quote it wrong. What is lauded can't be
Not the
blotted.
problem.
What is lauded cannot be blotted. That's about like being able to change destiny. Like what is written, you can't change. Like God has already written it for you, so that can't be changed. I I think you guys aren't understanding.
Yes, teacher. I have got it.
Hey, number one, policeman.
Ali, which one you can write it down? I've forgotten actually. I cannot put.
Sorry.
You can write down in comment section. I have forgotten. Can you
Uh,
remind me? What was that? Topic was.
Mr. Ali, uh,
Is anyone speaking?
Yes, teacher. The other is many cooks spoil the broth. What is the conclusion of that thing or explanation?
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
Yes, teacher.
Sometimes that's about like when you have so much input, but it's not like clearly directed. You know, like typically you might have many sous chefs, but there's only one executive chef, right? Because you need to have a leader to guide and to organize the input of ingredients. Okay. Or I'm like totally echoing. I can't talk. I don't know what's going on.
One can't know everything. Can one?
My watch is talking to me. So too many cooks spoil the broth means like when there's too much input, you can't get clear, decisive understanding of what's important, right? So like if you have too many chefs, well, this chef thinks this is going to work better than that chef. And so they put a little bit of this ingredient and the other chef put something in and then the broth becomes overpowered. It's not a literal translation. It can apply to other things. Like in the corporate world, if you have too many like little micromanagers sitting there trying to give all their input, you're not going to get very much achieved because there's going to be too much fuss between each other. So you need to have people that are in clearly defined rules to put in organized specific information to better recognize the mission and the vision of what's supposed to be happening. I don't know if I'm explaining that well. Probably not. Khan, you should explain it.
But I totally understand what you have explained, and I was somewhat in that direction, and I was telling her. She was discussing these two sentences in her live stream, and I was when she said it's mean the previous sentence she wrote here. She was telling it's mean barking dog seldom bite. I said no, it has different meaning, and I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to find any reliable knowledge from Google, but she was not listening to me, and she was taking her stand like no, I'm right. So I said we will discuss this topic any other time. So fortunately we have got you here, so that's why I've said bring that sentence here.
They're totally different. They're completely different situations.
Yeah.
Mr. Ali,
Yes.
I think you got the injection of glutamate. That's why you're asking a lot of questions.
Believe me, when I am here in comment section or open section, I can't stay quiet. It's my problem. Believe me.
Yeah,
Unless you kick me out or block me, these things you can perform or you can take action.
Right now your brain is producing too much glutamate hormones and neurotransmitter. That's why you are in.
Okay, I have one question to you, Khan sir. What you say, nicotine is good for our memory or bad for our memory?
Like this topic I explained in morning's stream of Prerna. Okay, and there we were talking about psychostimulants, and there I was talking about caffeine, nicotine, crystal meth, methamphetamine, alcohol, coffee, different things. I was discussing. Let me tell you, nicotine's it's a stimulus, it's a psychostimulant substance. There are some advantages of psychostimulant. Like she asked me that question that athlete they are using such substance, so why they are using and what is the main philosophy behind that. So that time I gave reply to them that look, nicotines, caffeine, these are the psychostimulant which elevate your mood, which elevate your concentration, which elevate your body energy, which reduce some muscle pains as well. But there are several adverse effects and side effects as well if you take it consistently and too much excessively. Because when we do talk about, there is too much addiction tendency in such things. Okay, and last time I was discussing this thing that there are two things: one is chemical addiction, one is non-chemical addiction. So nicotine addiction, it's come under the category of the chemical addiction. So if you use it too much, so obviously there will be some adverse and side effects on your body. Okay, so don't take too much in specific amount we have to take it, but not that much, because caffeine, even nicotine, it's also dangerous like a crystal meth. Do you know crystal meth? Like ice. Okay, ice is very dangerous substance, is a very dangerous psychostimulant. It's not nicotine or caffeine, but nicotine and caffeine, it's also come under the category of the psychostimulant substance, like what crystal meth come under it. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So we should take a small dose of nicotine, which can be obtained by taking
Nicotine,
tea or
Not necessarily.
nicotine, it is in each and everything. Like, when we do talk about coffee, Coca-Colas, cool drinks. So there are some amount of the nicotine there as well.
Okay, teacher Rupa, if I have insulted you in front of the all of the
Ali, I
people,
have
then
told you,
I
don't
have
call
guts
me
to say,
teacher. Listen, I'm not
okay,
a teacher on
Rupa,
hello. Please
okay,
don't call me teacher.
okay, Rupa, okay. So in front of all the seniors, I want to say sorry to you. Okay, now it's fine.
Relax, guys. It's okay. Don't, create some mess. It's okay. Not a big issue.
No, she's my friend from 3 months, and it happens every day almost. So, but
Okay.
today
But
happened
you did in front of
more than
teacher.
okay, okay. So I have said sorry. Okay, now finish
Yeah,
this
Rupa, like,
thing.
he's apology to you. It's okay.
Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, teacher is slapped. But Ali, you
Okay,
can
where is
read.
our host?
You can
Why
read.
all us?
Ali, you can
I'm
read
here.
in someone's syllabus, but in front of teacher, you really wanted to insult me, right? That's why you put this topic. But I thought that you
No, no,
maybe
no,
wanted to
no,
know something. That's why. It's
no.
okay. It's okay.
But I don't want. Uh, I don't mean to insult you. I don't have any right, Rupa.
No, I wanna say something that Ali, like you can ask a
Don't say it.
question
Believe me,
and
she will get more angry. I'm telling you, Naz.
okay. Rupa,
Yeah.
take it easy, okay? No problem. Because every person, we all are learner here, and we all are making too many mistakes on the daily life while speaking English. So, like we all are learner here, and
Admit
don't
that
mention.
if
Mhm.
I make a mistake, I don't try to hide. I just try to learn someone. If someone told me you are making mistake, at that time I respect them, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So teacher
Yeah.
also there. Okay.
Sorry, my daughter called.
I followed the teacher
Hmm.
Mara. Let
Welcome, teacher. Again.
Thank you.
teacher Mara. Right now, how's your daughter? Like, sometime, like, she got an infection. She got some problem. So is she right now?
Well, not last week, the week before last, we had urgent care and emergency room visit. So
Oh,
she's been having some problems. We saw the GI specialist last week. We see her pediatrician this week. Hopefully,
Mhm.
then the pediatrician will refer us to an in-house behavioral specialist who will then collaborate with a psychiatrist to hopefully get her anxiety treated.
Oh,
Because we think a lot of her pain is related to her anxiety about the pain, so it like exacerbates it and makes it significantly over exaggerated for what's going on. Like it's like she has GI pain, like what a person would feel when they have like motions or diarrhea, you know.
yeah, of course.
But for
Yeah,
her,
it happens.
it's like as if her intestines are being ripped out. That's what it feels like to her. And then she
I
like panics, which causes like a humongous problem. And so I think that if we can treat her anxiety, that perhaps, you know, her reaction to the pain that she's experiencing will be a lot less, hopefully, inshallah.
Inshallah, she will be all right. We are praying for her that may Allah give to her.
Hmm.
And obviously, you know, Teacher Mara, when we do talk about the anxieties and some other issues, so there are some physiological consequences and psychological consequences over there. So it's okay. Don't worry. She will be all right.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Teacher Mara, you are talking about whom?
My daughter.
Her daughter,
Oh,
like, you know,
My
she's not
daughter
feeling well.
my
Mm-hmm.
daughter has a medical condition from long haul COVID. She got COVID in 2020, which triggered a condition called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a dysautonomia. So it affects her rest and digest. So her intestines don't function properly. She has some gastroparesis, and that causes things like constipation and then like some IBS symptoms of like diarrhea or like motions. I guess you guys call them motions. And like especially in adolescent people, some people like it's also like connected like with migraines, so they're called like abdominal migraines.
Yeah.
Like the pain is significantly more significant for them, but also part of it is like related to anxiety, which also intensifies the pain, and then they have panic attacks related to the pain that they're potentially going to experience. And yeah, it's like a hot mess. So yeah, she's got a lot of issues right now.
Of course, like, you know, when we do talk about such issues, so there are some, you know, psychiatrists on our mind. When we do talk about the such issues, obviously panic attacks and different issues, it's come from such incidents, such events, or such disease. But it's okay. Like as you mentioned, she need some behavioral therapies. Obviously, behavioral therapies will, you know, help her, and she will be all right, inshallah. Naz, there was one comment from Hassan's. If you don't mind, can you pin that comment in comment section, because I'm going to reply to him because he asked me one question.
Mm-hmm.
There was one question from his side, like interesting question that was how NLP and hypnosis can work in day-to-day life. So, Mr. Hassan, tell me if you are there, then I will reply to you. If you are not there, uh, then leave to give answer. First of all, let
This
me
one?
tell. Yeah, that was the question. But let me ask this question: he's here or not? Mr. Hassan, are you there? If you are there, then I will reply. If you are not there, then okay. Like Mr. Hassan, he is here. Okay, like uh, how NLP and hypnosis can work in day-to-day life. Look, what is NLP? Neuro linguistic programming. Okay, and hypnosis.
Dr. Khan,
Yes, yes.
your voice is very low. I cannot.
Okay. Is
Yes.
it okay now? Is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's okay.
Okay. Uh, okay. So I was talking about, you know, NLP. Like he asked me this question. NLP means that neuro linguistic programming, and hypnosis. Obviously, hypnosis. First of all, let me tell you something, Mr. Hassan. Like we are watching movies and we are watching different web series. So there, we see some things in different movies. Hypnosis, okay, to hypnotize someone, and then if you give suggestions to that person, so that person will reply to you. Even if you say to them that jump from the roof, that person will jump from the roof. Look, obviously, when we do talk about the movies, so our web series, In movies or web series, there is always illusion, there is always fantasy, there is always fiction. Okay, so hypnosis basically it is safe form of psychotherapy. Being a clinical psychologist or being psychiatrist, we use hypnosis in psychotherapy, in different therapies. What is basically hypnosis? Hypnosis means that to give some suggestions to someone's and trap him or her in trance condition, and to bring something from their unconscious mind to conscious mind. Like, for instance, what does it mean? Like, there is something which does exist in your unconscious mind, and right now that things create problem in your life. That things lead problem in your life. So it means that thing does exist in your unconscious level of mind. And sometimes when we do talk about the psychological issues, so psychological issues, it is always come from when unconscious desire is not acceptable. When unconscious desire become and not acceptable for conscious mind. Okay, so in hypnosis, it's a self therapy. It's a form of therapy where we bring something from their unconscious to conscious mind. It is also known as catharsis. What does it mean, catharsis? Catharsis basically means to blow up the emotions. एक गुब्बारा होता है ना जिस तरीके से एक balloons, and when the balloons become blow up, so we can say that emotions become blow up. So hypnosis, it's a therapy where we use one thing. The second one is NLP. Look, NLP play an important role in our daily life. Before you were not there, might be you were not there, Mr. Hassan. I was talking about neuronal pattern. I was talking about neuroplasticity. I was talking about brain plasticity. Look, when we give suggestions to ourselves, if you give positive suggestions to yourself, so obviously your brain will make some positive neuronal pattern. And we have more than 150 billion neurons in our brain. And what we are doing, how we are acting, it's because of neurons. Because neurons always, lead signal synapses, neurotransmitters, hormone, different thing. Well, it will, that explanation will be more long. So, like what we are doing, it's because of neuron. Because neuron has some structures, neuron has some functions, neuron, re-put some things, okay, portray something. So the thing is that it depends on your suggestion. It depends on your environment. It depends on your event. For instance, if you are having in positive event, if you are having in positive environment, so according to the environment, the positive, if there is positive event happen, so because of positive event, obviously the positive information will come in your mind, the positive auto suggestions will come in your mind. And if that positive auto suggestion and you give auto positive suggestions, so your brain will make positive neuronal pattern. Your brain will make positive neuronal pattern. And when we do talk about the negative neuronal pattern, so it is always come from negative event, it is always come from negative situations, it is always come from negative suggestions that we are doing to ourselves. That's why we are saying that words make impact on us. So we should use positive word rather than negative. And when we do talk about depression, in depression, a person always they give negative suggestion to their self, and on the basis of the negative suggestion, their brain make negative neuronal pattern. And when their brain make negative neuronal pattern, so they go to depression, they go to anxiety. Later on, we use hypnosis, we use catharsis, we use psychotherapy, we use pre-situations, we use behavioral therapies to overcome that negative neuronal pattern from their brain. Okay, I hope you got me.
I got you.
Hmm. Yes, yes, Mr. Raza. So NLP, it's also a way of treatment, neuro-linguistic programming. In hypnosis, it is also. Mr. Artist, why you are silent?
Everyone is so quiet. What is your feedback?
Hmm. Dr. Khan, your voice is very low, and that's why I didn't understand.
Oh, it's like, I gave too much energy. I wasted my energy, and right now you're saying.
And you know what? And
It
you know
wasn't
what?
wasted.
That's
I
why
got
I'm.
it.
I
Dr.
was,
Dr. Na,
yes,
I,
yes.
I gave too much energy. I wasted too much energy, and right now you're saying to me at the end, you're saying to me
No, 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 no. In the
that
starting, now see, now your voice is clear, and you know what? Your voice at that time, your voice is very low. I was thinking that you are talking and what you are talking, like it was
oh,
not clear for me. That's why.
there is one saying, अक्सर हम उर्दू में कहते हैं कि कहानी खत्म हो गई, लेकिन इमरान को पता नहीं चला कि ज़लेखा लड़की थी या लड़का था.
Zulekha कौन थी?
And
Yeah,
I
and
think
you
it
know what?
might have been slightly over their head because you're using a lot of medical terminology. You need to bring it down into more simple terms.
Like teacher Mara, yes, obviously I know I use some words like hypnosis, NLP, but that time I explained that word as well in English in simple words. That's why it took too much time to give this explanation. Like I said that what is hypnosis? It's a form of like talk therapies when psychiatrists bring something, like some memory from their unconscious to conscious. Now if you if I define conscious or unconscious, so maybe it will take too much time. So conscious is it's a level of mind. Conscious means the present action of our mind, what we are
Mm-hmm.
doing, that's a conscious mind. Subconscious, what happened before, like we were talking about cricket, we can easily recall. And unconscious, it is the heart of memory, जिसे हम जखीरा कहते हैं. Memory का एक जखीरा है. It is the heart of memory. It is the heart
Hmm.
of painful thoughts, emotion, perception. And sometimes problems come because of unconscious desire, unconscious painful memory, unconscious so many things. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And Dr. Khan, have you seen the comment of Ali?
What was that?
One person mistakenly follow me and correct his or her mistake within few minutes.
I mentioned earlier that his glutamate neurotransmitter is working right now. His glutamate hormone is secreting too much. That's why he's asking that question.
No, actually, that person was correct that he can easily understand what was that mistake, right?
Rupa, this comment for you. Rupa?
No, I don't know.
If she
Uh,
follow
you
me,
know,
I will block her. I'm telling you.
Why
oh,
are you creating this negativity?
No, no.
Ollie, your
Well, we
guys'
are just
little
sorry.
spat is out of control and it makes both of you guys look bad. For you to continue
Okay. So,
antagonizing, makes you look bad. And when she antagonizes back, it makes her look bad. So you're a reflection of your own actions, in my
okay.
opinion.
Sorry, teacher. Yeah. Sorry.
Abhishek, are you sleeping?
I think so.
No,
Abhishek,
no, no, no. He is not sleep. He's might be a little bit occupied with their family because his family, like his mother and father, is not feeling well, and that's
yeah,
why.
yeah,
And he's, you know what, Dr. Khan, he's like only son of his parents, and that's why.
yeah, yeah.
Is he the only child or the only son?
Only son.
Teacher, can I ask one thing to you?
Yeah.
Okay, teacher, are you just teaching on online or physically in any university or college also?
No, I am not a teacher by profession. I'm a teacher by passion. So I've been teaching online for probably 7 or 8 years. But like my primary profession is nursing.
Like teacher
No,
Mara.
I wanna know one tips that how can we control a different type of student. If I say about, I saw a lot of teacher also have to deal more than 200 people every day. So at that time, different student has different characters. So in such a way, how can we control that type of students? Can you give me a suggestion, teacher?
I think it depends on where exactly you're teaching. Like if you're teaching a classroom in physical person, like in a lecture hall, the way that you approach your students is going to be significantly less than if you're like conducting a class with 20 students. I think that a good teacher, like if you were teaching 200 lecture students or teaching a class of 200 people online, providing opportunities to facilitate open question and answer sections in your teaching provides opportunities for students to answer. If one person has a question, there's a good chance multiple people have that question because you must not have clearly conveyed it. I mean, for some people, they might have understood it the first time, but sometimes they need additional help. Also, recognizing, utilizing different modalities within your teaching. Sometimes, we can say things with words that can't really be understood unless you physically show them. So, like, for an example, people that are visual learners, if like, an example I love to use on Halo is like when people sit there and say, I want you to hop on me, like hop on the live stream. That would be an incorrect way of saying it because you would say, can you hop me on your live stream? You don't want to hop on me because that means to like physically jump on a person. So if I illustrated, like I'll do it. Hold on, let me put on a hijab. Let me put on a scarf really quick. Let me find a scarf. Hold on. You're going to see my messy room, but that's okay. I don't really care.
Yeah, like teacher Mara, you're right. Like the sentence that
Putting
you
a
mentioned,
scarf on.
obviously.
All right, so let me open my camera. Okay, so, my scarf needs to come down. All right, so here, let's say this is the live stream. You say, can you hop on me? I'm hopping on you.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want to hop on me. That would be bad. That's me, and you're hopping on me. But like if you hop me on the live stream, you could say that. Or you would have to say hop me on the live stream. Or like if you say hop, like if you're going to hop in a car, hopping in a car means to like get into it. Oh, go ahead and hop in. You wouldn't say hop on because that would mean on top. So like jumping on top of the car, hop on the car. That you wouldn't say. So like visually you use different modalities because people are going to understand in different ways. Most people always remember that example and don't ever say hop on me anymore because they physically saw what it means to hop on somebody.
I 100% do agree with you, teacher Mara. And most of the time, obviously, people, they are using this statement, hop on me, hop on me. Sometimes, when I listen, so obviously, like the statements and the meaning is completely different. Okay, if we
Right,
do talk
like
about,
it
yeah,
can have a very different meaning. Like
obviously, like we have to use such words like carefully. Obviously, like the example, the demonstrations that you gave, that was absolutely all right. Yeah, hope on me,
right,
it's a complete wrong statements. Hope me on is correct.
right.
Teacher,
It can
you are
have very
right. I
different
was saying the
connotations
same
depending
thing.
on how you're using it too. Like if you're using it with your husband, it means something completely different.
Obviously, like when we are saying that I'm lying on my bed, okay, I'm lying on my bed, it's mean that our physical body is on bed. Okay, so yes, obviously, like the statement that we have to use carefully, otherwise the interpretations and the meaning is completely different we are delivering to others.
Right, exactly. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing to Naz and Abhishek that hope me
Hmm.
on is correct. Hope on
Hmm.
me is not correct to say when you want to hope on. So they were saying no, both are correct or hope on me is correct.
Okay, if you say hop on
Sorry,
me, that means me personally. If you say
Yeah.
hop me on the live stream, it's very different.
Ali, I
Hmm.
mentioned one thing. You can ask any question to teacher, but don't take any name. So it's not good. You can ask any question, okay? So don't mention any name. So teacher, I wanna say one thing. Some people say kick out me or kick me out.
Mm, like they might not know how to disconnect from the live stream. So if they say, if I were to say like, can you please kick me off the live stream? Is how I would say it, but like it doesn't have the same meaning to say kick me off, as like to hop on me. Hop on me could be interpreted very differently.
Okay, let me one question, from Mr. Hassan. And Mr. Hassan's like you mentions one things in comment section. I was about to reply to you, but unfortunately, I forgot, and we were discussing very interesting things. Like teacher Mara gave one thing to us. Like you mentioned earlier that 50 to 60,000 thoughts come in one person mind in whole day, right? Yes, obviously, 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts come in our mind on a daily basis. You are 100% right. The second question that you asked me, how we can learn anything quickly? Okay, you know, uh, 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 Mr. Hassan, when we want to learn something quickly, so we need to focus on memory. Okay, we need to focus on memory. Memory is very important. One is memory, and the second one is emotions. Look, we have brain. In our brain, we have one part that is forebrain. In forebrains, like we have some types, limbic systems, okay, amygdala, and hypothalamus, hippocampus. If I do talk about the hippocampus, so hippocampus, it's always about memory, long-term memories. Okay, sometimes the problems come in hippocampus, so we go to some problems such as antegrade amnesia, retrograde amnesia, Alzheimer disease, or different things. And there is one another thing that is amygdala. Amygdala, it's always talk about emotions. It's always talk about your emotions, your feeling. Now, how this emotions and memory play an important role in learning. Look, I always ask these questions to a person that why we always inspire from motivational speaker, not a teacher. Sometime teacher can be a good motivational speaker. I experienced so many teachers in my life where they were motivational speaker as well, and I learned so many things from them. Why I learned so many things from them? Because at the same time they were motivational speaker as well. They were motivator as well. So motivational speaker always target on your amygdala, which is talk about emotions. And teachers, normal teacher always target on your hippocampus, which is talk about memory. So if you do something, if you just focus on memories and target on memory, might be you will forget that things very easily. Now what to do? How you will attach your emotions with your memory as well? We should attach our emotion with memory. One thing. The second one is that is practice is very important. There are some words of there are some words of our memories when we do talk about some terms of memory such as chunking, okay, and as well as mnemonic device, as well as method of locations, method of loci, as well as elaborative rehearsal, maintain rehearsal. So maintain rehearse and elaborative rehearse play an important role. If you are learning something, you have to do maintain and rehearse as well. Maintain and rehearse means that repeat some things, do practice without meaning. That's a maintain and rehearse. It is important, but not that much important. If you repeat something without understanding, without comprehension, later on you will forget. But if you do some things with elaborative rehearsal means that learn something but focus on comprehension, focus on meaning. If you focus on meaning, then you will remember that thing for the rest of your life for long period of time. One is. The second one is always attach your emotions with your memory. If you attach, then you will remember each and everything for long period of time. And the third one, which is very important, that is mnemonic device. What is basically mnemonic device? Mnemonic device means that it situate two things together. For instance, you are learning something and you are having difficulty to remember that thing, then make associations. I also gave this example to Dr. Naz in one live stream. Like sometimes it is very difficult to remember medicine name. It is very difficult to remember the treatment name. It is very difficult to remember the formulas name. So we have to do association. Like let's give one example to you. Like we have some antidepressant medicines. Okay, we have some class of antidepressants such as SSRI, SNRI, antitricyclic antidepressants. If I do talk about the SSRI medicine, so in SSRI we have some medicines such as fluoxetine, paroxetine, citalopram, and one is citalopram, yes, obviously, and paroxetine and fluoxetine. So these are basically the medicine names. If without these associations I remember, then it would be very difficult for me. But I made one formula for it, and the formula is that is FCPS. FCPS. So that is basically the associations that we are doing. So अक्सर हम स्कूल में जब होते थे तो हम ये associations करते थे कि कुत्ते भौंकते हैं, like curly browns, the trigonometry. Sometimes it was very difficult for all of us to remember the formula of trigonometry. So that time we used to do association. So these are basically the some techniques such as method of locations, mnemonic device, and chunkings, and do practice and involve your emotions with your learning. Then you will remember such things very quickly, and you will learn each and everything very quickly. And if you do talk about, like medical thing, then you have to get the injection of glutamate. Then your hormones will be up. You will learn each and everything very quickly. Okay.
I used mnemonic devices in nursing school for like things like
Uh,
cranial nerves and like are they sensory motor or both. And the mnemonic devices that I use like are horrible, absolutely horrible. As a Muslim woman, I should not have made those mnemonic devices. But I still remember all of my cranial nerves, and I know whether or not they're sensory motor or both because I know like the first letter of each one. So
I know that mostly doctor, nurse, they are using such device.
yeah. And I think you know which one I know for the cranial nerves. To touch and feel very green vegetables. Oh, heaven. Actually, I use a different one, but that's the PG version one. And then
Yes.
for some say marry money, but my brother says big boobs matter more. That's how I remember if they're sensory motor or both, because I can like number them out.
Yes, of course. Like sometimes, we are giving, obviously, like, I use one quotations in Urdu, like, kutte bongte, mean dog is barking. So, like, when we were in school, so that time, our teacher used to us, used to say to us that if you want to understand the trigonometry formula, then you have to, think about such things like, kutte bongte, whatever, whatever. So that was the mnemonic device. There was one question that how to cope up with procrastination. Look, a person who he asked one question. Procrastination, it's mean that when we always delay work, okay, when we always delay work. Procrastination, it is also come because of different issues, because of depression, because of anxiety, because of other problem. If you are having procrastinations because of anxiety, because of social anxiety, then first of all, you need to focus on your main underlying root cause. If you are having procrastinations because of depression, then first of all you need to focus on your depression. But let me tell you one thing which is very important, that what we have to do when we do talk about the procrastination. So we always think too much about something, and we always focus on the complexity. Why we are focusing on the complexity? We should not. We should start from simple to complex. The range you should follow, simple to complex. If I do talk about, like English practice, And if I directly, start from, expert level or expertise or something like that, then it would be very difficult for me because my mind is not that much trained. So we have to start from simple to complex, make things easy for you, and then go for complex one. The second one, which is very important, there was one philosopher. What he said? He said, tomorrow never come. Tomorrow never come. If you start something, start from now. For instance, if you want to do English practice, there is no need to react on your automatic negative thought that it's okay, bro, tomorrow start, it's okay. No, start from now, because tomorrow never come. I give an example to you. When I was in my university in my bachelor, there was one friend of mine, and at third semester, I know that still I remember, third semester he used to say to us that, from next month we are going to start extensive study. We are going to start extensive study. I completed my BS, I completed my MS. Right now I'm going to enroll myself in PhD, but study didn't start yet. Okay, so that is basically I'm saying that we always think about tomorrow. So tomorrow never come. What you are going to start from now. And the third one, which is very important, that if you do something in your life, if you complete any task, later on at the end, give auto positive suggestions. Give this motivations to yourself that today you did something. So internal motivation and external motivation is very important for you. You have to motivate yourself intrinsically as well as extrinsically. I hope you got me.
I got you.
Hmm.
Where did everybody go?
They all are gone for the sleeping, and my mother is also calling me because teacher Mara Khan and Dr. Khan, today I have conduct my LS. It's a long time for me, and I'm a student, and I'm also helping to my mother in kitchen work and household work. And today I was I'm not giving attention to other work. I'm just attending my LS, and all the people, I didn't eat anything, I haven't done my dinner still, and they all, my mother now she came
It's
in my room.
11:30. Naz, what are you
Yeah.
thinking? Go
You
eat.
know, Naz, your mother must be thinking that what happened today, this girl.
Yeah, and she came to my room, and she's talking with me. I just mute myself, and she saying to me that, are you okay?
Dr. Naz, Dr. Naz, I think you should go. Otherwise, your mom will be thinking that ladki pagla gayi hai.
And then Hawaii Chappal, do you know about Hawaii Chappal?
Yes, yes, yes. Otherwise, otherwise might be, your mother will be thinking that I think, Naz, she's talking to someone who belongs to psychiatry.
I just go to my mother, and I just show that, Mama, see, there is Dr. Khan and teacher Mara, and I just make a lead to another teacher for impress her that see, Mama, there is all are the teacher here and just one doctor here, and all are the teacher, like Abhi is also teacher and Ali is also teacher, Mara is also teacher.
Aww.
So that I wanna get permission, like wait.
But Khan, don't forget to respond to my message.
Yeah, yeah, sure, ma'am. Obviously, I will.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now I think she's talking to her mom again.
Now I'm coming. My brother is calling me,
All right.
and I
Thanks
was
for having
talking
us,
with my
Naz.
brother. Today I'm so happy, teacher Mara and Dr. Khan. This is my first time, and I'm very happy because of you guys, because of your support.
Don't make that mistake. Don't allow for your happiness to come from other people. Find happiness within your own self and find joy in the things that you're surrounded with. But don't depend on other people for your happiness. You can
Look,
find happiness all
Hmm.
over.
look, Naz, teacher Maro also became a psychologist. Yes, obviously, that's a very good thing.
Yeah, you're right.
No, like she is always good, She's always good.
And today I got like many followers, and many many people are join my LS in my first LS, and like it's around about 183, and I was feeling very happy at that time. Oh my God, what is going on today? And वो कहते हैं ना, इसी खुशी में मैंने डिनर भी नहीं किया, डॉक्टर खान.
Like the thing is that like our appetite it also relate to our mood. It's also relate to our happiness. It's also relate to our excitement. So
Hmm.
yeah, today you are too much excited, and you got peoples and you got followers, and like today a lot of people came in your live streams, and you are
Hmm.
expressing yourselves. You deserve such things. You deserve such respect, massive respect from other people, which
Thank
is
you.
very great.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khan. Okay, teacher Mara
Okay.
and Dr. Khan and Ali brother and Abhi and Sel and Hassan, all the people, thank you so much for cooperate with me and give me confidence. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, teacher
Okay.
Mara, and happy Teachers Day again. And God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Take care.
Teacher Mara, see you then. Okay, take care. Bye bye.